let's get started with our next lesson. And in this lesson, we'll be talking about some special brushes. We'll be talking on just giving a little more detail and also matching up the backplate and adjusting a few colors and contrasts and overlaying some skies and correcting a little bit of the image. It's just continuing our process really and just building up our image. So let's bring our brushes menu by F5. I've just loaded up, I'll just hit B, and I've just loaded up some free brushes which I found on the internet, which you can easily find, and just load in those brushes. And there we go. I've also made sure that I've had a large thumbnail, and I just want to find something that kind of matches more or less what we have down here. Let's just see. Okay, I think that one works. Okay, let's just paint black so we can hide out. And I might just adjust our brush a little bit. And shape dynamics, we'll go into there. Size jitter. I can do that on pen pressure. Minimum diameter. Don't want to flip on Y. We just went off and we wanted to jitter around. Minimum diameter, roundness, jitter, just a little bit. So we just start seeing some differencing on something like that. Maybe get in some roundness, no, and angle it a little bit. Okay, so I think we're starting to finally get into a little bit of our detailing and just paint into that mask or that render, just trying to get rid of that soft edge and just putting some trees around with our brush, just trying to make it nice and fit in. Don't worry if you go over a little bit, because we probably want to go into there just so it starts matching up. And I'll just continue to paint in there. Get rid of the brushes menu so you can see better. So we can start to see that this is reminding us more of that new Apple campus that Foster and Partners did. And I think it's coming a little more together now. Yeah, that sound you can hear in the background is just my pen, my Wacom pen. I actually use a 22-inch Cintiq, and it's just fantastic. I mean, it's one of my favorite products. I've used quite a few, and now I use this as my main one at home. And when I'm on the go, I use my normal Intuos. Also does the job perfectly. So I may just want to start brushing out a little around here. That may be a little too much, so let's get in there. And there's the opacity. I can adjust the opacity also, just bring down the opacity. Just hitting X to change off the white and black. And just painting into that mask. So as you can see, we've kind of gotten our mask up to a nice stage. Let's tick up that to 100%. So it's starting to blend in, maybe a little less saturation. May have been a little too much. So let's hit F6 to get rid of that. Maybe some curving. Yeah, I think that's better. Just up the black point, sorry. So let's keep on painting. And as we can see, we want this to just slowly hit up to just slowly blend in. I mean, I may want to redo certain parts. Just get it nice and slowly blending in. Okay. So, I think pretty happy with that. Something that I found out is that we don't actually have this horizon line quite sorted out. So I may want to just select my main elements. I'll just rotate them around, and it will take a while to think. And there we go. That's more near to what we want. Maybe just a tad more. Okay, that's exactly what we want. So let's Control H, get rid of that guide. Maybe we can even shift this a little more like that. Then again, it's one of those things we don't want to start shifting too much around. We want to have all this from the start kind of worked out in our mind. And I will probably lay in this image, which I found, which is a great image. It's really hit what I wanted to do. And this, then again, I always find that an image is kind of, it just grows within the scene, and it starts to grow, and you start to put things together, and it just starts to make more and more sense as things go along. And I mean, I'll probably start adjusting to this image. That's a bit too wide, so we're running out of time here, so I just want to quickly get it, and I'll continue this on within the next lesson. So I'll just fiddle around with it, transforming it, and I think we'll pick up from there in our next lesson and just continue this process.